Okay, how to stop being so predictable with the women that you date. This video is going to be like one of the core reasons why majority of your relationships probably fail, or why majority of women that you're dating or have dated in the past start to lose interest in you. How to stop being so predictable. Because if you tell a guy, hey, be unpredictable, he says okay most of the time, and then it's hard to actually apply because he doesn't know what to do. So it starts up here, understanding the mind. Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you. Predictability leads to getting dumped, ghosted, or cheated on. So you might be saying, well, how do I become unpredictable? It's by breaking the social narrative that says, I'm a man of my word. This right here is a social narrative. You're going to hear a lot of guys say this. And this is probably what you have even been told as a kid growing up from your parents. You got to be a man of your word. Always be a man of your word. You have to break this social narrative. Being a man of your word, or making sure your actions always match what you say you're going to do. These types of things hold you back, and I'll show you why. This is something that men say, okay, when they say I'm a man of my word. This is something that men say to try to prove to women what a good guy they are. Oh, look at me, I'm a man of my word. I do what I say I'm going to do, and you can count on me to show up. Okay? This is something that guys say to women to prove to the woman that he's a good guy. Okay? He wants to show that he's reliable. But what you're going to find is this backfires. This backfires terribly. If you're messaging a woman and you say, hey, we'll meet here for the date. I'll call you at 7 to let you know when I'm on my way. You sticking to that, little things like that over time starts to decrease interest. You call right at 7. You see what I'm saying? He wants to show he's reliable, and this backfires. The more you emulate or mirror her own female nature, the more she engages her emotions because of the emotional turmoil. So women, you're going to find this the more you date. Women are unpredictable. A lot of times do whatever they feel like in the moment. If she doesn't want to follow through with plans because she woke up and she doesn't feel like it, she just doesn't attend. So women are pretty good at putting themselves first. Men, not so much. Okay, you'll notice that women say one thing and then a lot of times their actions are the complete opposite. So you stop being predictable when your words don't match your actions. This is how you actually become unpredictable. So for all of you saying, okay, I understand that I need to be unpredictable, how do I apply this? It's by making sure that you live every single day the way that you would like, because it serves you the best. So I'll give you an example. You stop being unpredictable when your words don't match your actions. So how do you even get to this point? Okay, by doing exactly what you want in the moment based on how you feel, okay, to decide for yourself if you want to attend. That last part's really important. To decide for yourself if you want to attend. Most guys have all these obligations in their life, okay? All these obligations because everybody expects something of you. Hey, can you call me back at this time? Hey, can you text me back now? Hey, can you attend this? Your parents call you, hey, can you do this? Can you be here at this time? And the guy just says yes, 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 yes. His whole life is about serving others. Okay, listen closely here. You decide for yourself if you want to attend. So this is the rule. The rule is you put yourself, okay, you put your well-being first, and that's really all you care about. Now, some of you might watching this video, you might say, well, that sounds selfish, that sounds self-centered. You're right, it is. That's why I'm telling you this, because it is selfish and it is self-centered. And this is how you become unpredictable so you have a better dating life. Women are not drawn to predictability, women are drawn to unpredictability. This causes her to engage in her emotions. So this is the rule. You put your well-being first, and that's really all you care about. The reason why this works is because it's exactly what she does, okay, if she doesn't feel like doing something or going somewhere. Let me give you an example. Let's say she's been on a couple dates with a guy, and let's say he says, okay, we're going to go to this concert. I bought tickets. It's at 7:30. And she says, okay, perfect, I'll be there, I'm excited to go. If she wakes up that day and she doesn't feel like going, she'll just flake. Doesn't matter if he spent money, doesn't matter if he already has the tickets, doesn't matter if he was really excited to take her somewhere. She doesn't care. So, okay, this is what you gotta realize. This is so hard for men to do. It's so hard for men to break the mindset conditioning that says you have to please everybody. Or that it's bad if you disappoint someone. It doesn't matter. You better get used to disappointing people if you want to have a better dating life. You better get used to disappointing people. Because the men who constantly like self-sacrifice their time in a bunch of different areas to just appease people, years go by off their life not living the way that they would like. If you look at all the things you've had to do over the years that you didn't want to do, that you could have said no to, you just didn't want to let that other person down, this is an accumulation of time you're never going to get back, okay? So this is so hard for men to do, okay? You have parents, you probably had coaches when it comes to sports when you were growing up, maybe teachers, all taught you to probably just serve others, okay? However, what you're going to find is that all the men that she rewards, these guys serve themselves. So this is what you're going to start to realize as you put two and two together, okay? So what it actually looks like, okay? So the first thing I did in this video is I told you you need to stop being so predictable. Now I've shown you how to do that. Now I'm going to show you what this actually looks like in real life, okay? How to implement this in a way where in real life you're like, okay, that makes sense. What it actually looks like, okay, let's say you want to have a fun Saturday night, or you want to make sure that after a long work week, you have something to do, something fun. Maybe you're just going to make plans with all three of the women that you're texting. Just set plans with all of them. You have plans on Saturday with all three of them. Then, when it comes to Saturday morning when you wake up, the day of, the one option that you want to see the most, you see her, and then the others you just flake on. You just flake on, or you say, hey, something came up, or maybe you don't even text them at all, you just don't care. This is similar behavior that you're going to experience from women, is when they don't want to do something, they just don't attend. So the day of, okay, the one that you want to see most, well, you'll just see her. The other two, you don't really care, okay? And this is the other thing that you're going to notice. Women never feel obligated to give any context or reasoning why they did something. And this is how they constantly are at the higher perceived status in almost every single interaction with every single man that they date. They give no context and they just ghost. And the guy says, oh, okay, that's just how women are. I guess I'm going to just, keep trying to meet the one. This is not how you do it. You need to actually start doing things that serve you. Another example, okay? Let's say you're dating someone and she says, babe, will you go on a run with me? Can we go running? Let's run 3 miles. And you say, okay, yeah, that's fine. Well, then that morning you wake up and you realize, whoa, it's actually chest day. I have to save my energy for the gym. You just skip the run. You skip the run and you go to the gym instead. Most guys can't do this. Most guys, what they do is they sacrifice their gym. They sacrifice their gym routine to make sure that they're a man of their word and they go on the run even though they don't want to. This is another example of how you constantly put her needs first before yourself. Basically, all you have to do, okay, is minute by minute, hour for hour, you do what serves you the best. You do what serves you the best for your own self-interest. And yes, that is selfish. Yes, that is self-centered. Yes, you're going to get used to disappointing people. And yes, the sun will still come up the next day. You have to stop caring about all of these little things that you tell yourself are important. So, what you're looking at right here on this marker board presentation is essentially what complete detachment looks like, okay? This is complete detachment, which is the highest form of masculine, because you don't need anything from anybody, and you also make sure that you are living the way that you would like, okay? So you don't care at all what the outcome is. You are living life the way that you want. And that's what's most important, is you live the life that you want to live, okay? Now, the outcome might not be favorable, and that's okay. She might never text you again. If you do something that serves you and you flake on the situation or the setting or whatever, or the date, she might never text you again. But you say, good, so be it. That's what I wanted to do in that moment. Life goes on and I'll be just fine. And I'm glad I didn't have to put my time to something that I didn't want to do just to appease somebody else. This is how you become unpredictable, okay? Your words don't match your actions, but not because you're using a tactic or playing a game. It's because you literally live hour for hour the way that you would like to live. So the things that you want to do in that moment, you do. Me personally, I don't ever make plans. I don't think I've made plans in weeks, months, or maybe even years. Because I wake up and the things I want to do in my free time, I go and I do them. When you do this, you're naturally unpredictable because you are embodying the masculine spirit in general. Okay? Keep that in mind. So you have to be able to say, good, so be it. This is also why I call it bummaxing. Okay, think about this with me. Because this is the mindset, okay, that men are missing, which is why they fail. The reason why I call it bummaxing is because men are missing this specific mindset of putting themselves first and doing what they would like. Let me give you an example. If that dude, okay, if the bum wakes up that day and doesn't feel like going to work, he just doesn't attend. He just doesn't go. The dude just sleeps in and skips. That's what he wanted to do. Listen closely. This mindset of putting yourself first, this is like completely needed to have a better dating life and to make sure that you are looked at as a man who has higher perceived status to the woman than all of the other options that she could be with. You are strong enough to say, no, I don't want to do that, and I'm going to go do what I want to do anyways. And you see, this is really, really important to understand because all the looks, money, and status in the world will not make up for your lack of having this mindset trait. You can do all the looks maxing that you want to do. This is not going to make up for the lack of mindset of putting yourself first. So this is the full bum maxing guide. If that guy wakes up and he doesn't feel like going to work that day, he doesn't. The dude just sleeps in and skips. And what you're going to find is dudes with this type of mindset, despite not having a lot of money or sometimes a good stable financial future, she still happily sleeps with him a lot of times anyways. So I'm not saying you go out right now and you go lose your job, okay? But you apply the same principle. What that means is if you don't want to do it, and if you don't want to do something, don't. And if you do want to do it, and you do want to do something, well then go out in your life and do it. Go do that one thing that you really have been wanting to do. It might be rock climbing, it might be, whatever the case may be. Just go and do the things in life that you want to do and watch how women reward you. I want you to watch how women reward you. You go all in on yourself. You put all of your time, okay, all of your time is spent with essentially the bum-maxing mindset, okay? Because this is what I can tell you, your life gets a whole lot better because you finally have freed yourself from all of the obligations that you told yourself that you have, but they're not actually real. You don't have to pick up that phone and answer if that person calls you. You don't have to reply to that text message. You don't have to attend that thing or that event or venue you promised. You can just go do something else. And this is how you become unpredictable with women. Men have a lot of undoing to do with these concepts because since you're a kid, you've essentially been taught to serve everybody else instead of serving yourself, which is why you most likely don't have the results in life that you want, which is why I created an entire community to help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. And at this point in the video, I invite you to join us. I invite you to join us inside of that community that I built. And I give you an entire process to help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. So that way you know what to do when you first meet the woman. You know what to do the first 1 to 3 dates. And that way you know what to do when it comes to managing the proper dynamic with a long-term relationship. That's why I built this. To give you an actual comprehensive guide and understanding to make your dating life way easier. If you like this video, hit the like button, join us inside of that community, and we'll see you in the next one.